Hello and welcome to today's video. Now I'm not at a train station, I'm actually in Portrack Marsh, which is what this is here, a nice wildlife area. We're doing a walk from Stockton to Middlesbrough and I'm just doing little clips along the way, so why don't you join us? Come on, let's go. Portrack Marsh is one of the area's most important wildlife sites and it lies at the very heart of Teesside. Portrack is a designated SSSI, which stands for Site of Special Scientific Interest, because of the number and varieties of waders it attracts each year. The wetland attracts hundreds of birds each year. It is home to mammals, amphibians, insects and also wildflowers. In the spring, the reserve is visited by wheateater and windchat. This is a reliable spot for grasshopper warbler and other common warblers including the whitethroat, willow warbler, blackcap and sedge warbler. Sand martins are often the first of the summer migrants to arrive, while the common terns arrive in the second week of May and remain throughout the summer. Summer is the quietest period for birds. Little grebe, coot, moorhen and lapwing all breed, as do mute swan and Canadian goose. Little ringed plovers have bred in the past. Common terns resting on the main pool are sometimes joined by one or two sandwich terns. Wildflowers, butterflies and dragonflies provide the main interest of the summer months. Grey and common seals can be seen on the Tees, gorging themselves on salmon and sea trout. Otters are the first recorded on the marsh in 2004, having made a remarkable return to the Tees after being absent for some 30 years. By late summer, significant amounts of mud can be exposed. Waders such as dunlin, black-tailed godwit, greenshank and ruff can be seen probing for food. Gadwall and widgeon are at the most common during the autumn passage. In winter, it is a good place to see large flocks of starlings swirling and turning in the sky before they come to settle and roost in the reeds. And as you can see, it's not the most attractive of walks, but it does attract a lot of wildlife and also seals. Sometimes you can see them here and here and over near the barrage. We're going to keep a look out, and if we can get some, I'll try and get them on camera. But we're going to continue on to Newport Bridge now. It is remarkable that Portrack Marsh has survived relatively undisturbed at the centre of urban Teesside. Maps from the end of the last century show marsh covering some 25 hectares, which is much larger than it is today. A loop of the River Tees twisting around its northern edge allowed ships to reach the port of Stockton. These ships had to be dragged upriver by horses, a process known as racking, hence the name Port Rack. In 1830, evacuations cut across the tortuous loop to save significant sailing time between the North Sea and Stockton's quays. This was the start of land reclamation from industry, commercial and residential uses. These would reduce the scale and ecological interest of the marshes. Draining of the marshes destroyed more than 90% of the Teesmouth's wetland habitats. It wasn't until 1992 that this decline had halted, when Northumbria Water Limited raised a series of new pools to migrate for a planned extension to their sewage treatment works. So we've been looking, but there's no seals unfortunately. There's a few oyster catchers and some birds of varieties, various varieties. But now we're going to Newport Bridge. Do you want to see it? Okay, here it is. The Tees Newport Bridge is a vertical lift bridge spanning the River Tees a short distance upriver from the Tees Transporter Bridge, linking Middlesbrough with the borough of Stockton-on-Tees. It no longer lifts, but it still acts as a road bridge in its permanent down position. Newport Bridge was designed by Mott, Hay and Anderson and built by the local company Dormant Long, who have also been responsible for such structures as the Tyne Bridge and Sydney Harbour Bridge, and it was the first large vertical lift bridge in Britain. The Newport Bridge was constructed around two 55-metre lifting towers. The 82-metre bridge span, weighing 2,700 tonnes, could be lifted by the use of two 325 horsepower electric motors at 16 metres per minute to the maximum height of 37 metres. In the event that the motors would fail, a standby 450 horsepower petrol engine could be employed to move the bridge. But should both systems fail, it was possible to raise or lower the span manually using a winch mechanism. It was estimated in 1963 by Mr. R. Batty, long-time bridge master at Newport Bridge, that it would take 12 men 8 hours to complete the movement by hand. Hello, I'm currently at Middlesbrough train station. I'm not going anywhere. My son's just here to watch a few trains going by, possibly freight trains, not sure. But yeah, we just decided just to go for a walk, and I just grabbed my camera just in case it was something of interest. But we just went around the marshlands, the Teesdale Way walk, and just over the Newport Bridge, and just into Middlesbrough. And we're going to be heading to Teesside Park to go to the cinema, and then probably just back home. But yeah, it was just a day to get out and a bit of exercise and just a bit of fresh air. So not really much of a video, to be honest. It's just something sort of stuck together, but just something to put up with there anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know if you know of any walks in the Teesside area that you've been on that you enjoy. I'm going to be going on a few in the near future. I'm picking out a few ones near where I live, just to go and just something a bit different. But thanks for watching anyway. Leave us a comment and a like if you want, and subscribe, that'll be nice. But yeah, thank you. Take care, and always a goodbye.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.